Hey everybody, thanks for sticking through the slow time. We did a little bit of work this last week, installed a fart fan in the pink bathroom. So that's what we're doing most of this week, and then a couple small updates around and a little bit of cleaning here and there. I will be getting into a bigger project next week, and it should be kind of fun exploring that part of the house. But overall, things are going good, things are going better, and I should be rolling on projects. Whatever's going on is not just a bad back, there's something else going on. It seems to affecting my voice and my energy level a bit, so I'm kind of running slower in the video. But hopefully that's a temporary thing, and I'll be back up to speed soon enough. So hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for sticking through the slow time there. All right, for the project this week, I want to install a fart fan. And what we know is this switch turns on a light over there. We know from climbing up top ahead of time, or several weeks, months ago, whatever, this line runs up, over, and down to that light. So my plan is to disconnect the old light and run and just pull it back to here, wherever the fan goes, and then run a new line from the fan to the light. And I want the fan outside of the shower so that you can take a really hot, steamy shower, but get out of the room and into a room that isn't nearly as humid as the shower was. So the next step is to see if the fan I got actually fits between the joists, because these are 12-inch instead of 16-inch, like a normal house. So let's climb up into there and find out. All right, so now that I'm actually up here, these joists are not 12 inches on center. They're wider, which is the only floor in the house that's like that. Every other floor is 12 inches, which is fine. That actually makes this possible, because when I set the fan in place using the joist down there, it didn't fit. So it fits here, which is good. So I just need to pull back some insulation. This line here is the one we'll be kind of moving around. But basically I just need to pull back this insulation, or push it down there, do something with it. Get out of the way. I can mount this frame in here, and then cut open the ceiling for the right spot and get our fan mounted in place. And then from there, it's just the simple electrical. All right, so I have the insulation cleared away, brackets mounted, and then I just took just a number 2 Phillips, and I poked a hole right here so I can do the bulk of the mounting from below. I should be able to cut this out, hopefully to the right size, and be able to mount this from below. And from there, it's just doing a little electrical, and then I'll need to run to the hardware store and get ducting. Long term, when it comes time to do the roof, I'll just have a vent put in right up here, and the duct can go straight up. It can vent out, but in the meantime, it actually needs to go out this opening, and there's some vents in the roof near the ridge that I'll use for now. So this little piece of cardboard here is supposed to tape it in place after you've got the fan all mounted, and it protects it while you're doing your painting and the rest of the finishing in the house. It's just about the perfect size for the cutout template. So basically what I'm going to do grab it, toss it up here, draw it. I'm first gonna start with this, the line along where the hole is. That way I can get it square, and then basically draw it with a Sharpie, cut it out. I got a little hand drywall saw for this. It should work better than the power tools. And then yeah, from there I should be able to throw the housing up. All right, so I've removed the light from the shower and got access to the wires that I need to pull up. So these will connect directly to the fan, and then this piece of Romex that I'm taping on here will come to the light. And basically I'm taping the Romex to it so I can hopefully just pull this one and pull the Romex at the same time, and I won't have to do 2 pulls. Hopefully that works out well for me. So maybe in the first, second, third video, somewhere around there, I mentioned that I hate wire nuts. Maybe it was the one where I started swapping out switches and stuff. So I decided to use lever nuts, and I originally bought a bunch of these, and they suck. They're terrible. They don't hold on to the wire for shit. But what made me want to use lever nuts was these. I've used these in LED screens. I've used them all over the place. They work fantastically well. They're probably twice expensive as these, but I ended up throwing almost all these. In fact, so I throw almost all these away. This one happened to be one that I got frustrated at and threw into the driveway, and that's the only reason I even have it, to show you what it is. But if it were me, don't buy these. They suck. They don't hold on to the wire for shit. These ones, they cost significantly more, but they're worth every penny. They hold on to the wires great. So that's what I'm going to use to connect our little box over there. It should be straightforward. I only have a hot and a neutral. So basically we'll go hot in from the switch. The other one will go to the fan itself, and the other one will go to the light. Nice simple 3 levers, pop, pop, pop. Grab the other one for the neutrals, do the same thing, and we're done. It'll take seconds to wire up, and it'll be much easier to service in the future than using wire nuts where you got to bunch everything together and trying to screw the wire nut on. All right, so everything's wired back up, so this is the test. Oh yeah, that's the fast setting. It's still really quiet. That's gonna be great. All right, so I added the ducting. This fan actually comes with a reducer for 3-inch ducting, and if you use that, it'll actually be noisier. Not that it's noisy as it is. It's by far the quietest bathroom fan I've ever had. But basically, the ducting kind of goes out, up, along, and into that space. I'm a few feet short of being able to connect to that vent right there. But it's fine for temporary. As I said, basically what's gonna happen is when I redo the roof, this will just come straight up and out the roof. In the meantime, this is not up to code. It should be insulated. It's not. The securement's probably fine. And obviously there's going to be a wall built here at some point in time, so this can't stay when I start building this bathroom. So that means the roof comes before the bathroom, but either way that has to go. So it's super temporary, but it works well. It does exactly what it needs to do. It is much more pleasant experience now getting out of the shower and into a much drier room. So I mentioned in one of the videos that the camera mount had broken. And basically, that piece of wood was mounted with the grain running horizontally, and it stayed attached to the house. The camera stayed attached to the piece of wood, but the wood split in half during the windstorm. So it was just kind of dangling there. So I took one of the halves, remounted the camera and now it's running vertically. So hopefully that stays, lasts a lot better than the other design. One of the other things I mentioned is that I moved the gate with a little bit of help, and hopefully this stops the trespasser. But as you can see, it's almost a perfect fit for that opening. And I use the same chain and lock as before. Anybody that knows anything about this can easily undo it, but basically I went to, I don't know, some outdoor store, bought a dock cleat and just kind of screwed it directly to the tree. 4 screws, 2.5-inch screws into there. They seem to be holding well. Lock on there, it's doing a good job. This is interesting. This is already like this. It was just a bunch of tape around it. And actually it looks like someone may have removed the tape. So I guess I'll grab another chunk of chain and a lock, throw it on there, solve that problem. So the fan took a lot less time than I expected it to. It should be done. I just need to run that ducting and it's done. So I think maybe I'll spend some of the weekend cleaning up it here. A lot of this stuff just needs to go upstairs and just kind of get stored. Empty boxes. I got more empty boxes to bring in from the house. That's trash, but this is new to me. And here's still the pile of stuff that needs to go to a dumpster. And actually I might order the dumpster for next weekend. It kind of makes sense with the first roommate moving out. It kind of leaves a window where there's only 2 of us here, which might be perfect for handling this. It'd be great to get rid of a lot of this shit. So I've just taken all the boxes and stuff for like long-term type storage and taking it upstairs, kind of making some aisles of boxes and stuff up there. And then I put tools away, swept up, kind of cleaned up around there. Next week might be perfect for the next dumpster. We'll find out soon. But basically the problem is working over this time is I've been dragging tools up to the house, up to the house, up to the house. The house is full of tools. So I already drug 1 wheelbarrow of tools down here. I'm gonna go take it up, grab another one, and basically just drag all the tools back out here, put them away properly, and just kind of reset. And then from there, I can figure out, drag tools up as I need them, and hopefully be a little bit better about bringing them back out here.